All right. Rare breed rye. So in PA, this is a $60 bottle. Comes in a slightly lower proof than most rare breeds at 112.2. I don't know when this is actually from. I got this off of someone who was moving and was dumping off some bottles. So I got this opened. But let's get into it.
Alright.
Grassy.
I get citrus. Like lemon, orange. Yeah, it's just the citrus medley I get. Spicy, like rye spicy, rye bread, like that. That tang that rye bread has is on the nose.
I think that's what I was misinterpreting as grassy.
Maybe. A little bit herbal.
I'm definitely getting.
I don't know if
I'm getting like lemon. I'm not necessarily getting like orange zest or anything like that.
Yeah, that's why I said citrus.
I'm getting lemon, maybe a little lime. But it's almost more like tropical citrus.
Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of all the citrus on it. So like, I don't know.
It's oddly reminiscent of the Alberta Premium, but toned
a little
down
bit, yeah. Actually, now that you mention
the citrus is turned down significantly, but the citrus notes are similar.
It does have that similarity. So yeah, no, that's really all I'm getting. I don't get a lot of sweet or anything. It's mostly citrus, rye spice, rye bread.
I think this is gonna be very spicy rye.
Let's see.
Oh yeah.
The palate's far sweeter than I would have expected on the front.
It is, but it's still like a very herbal.
Oh, it's incredibly herbal. The front end is very sweet, but then it transitioned into that like herbal, minty,
thyme, dill, all those.
Yeah,
kind of
actually, I'm getting all of those.
Green herbs.
I will say this though. This is drinking way smoother than I was expecting. There's almost no like cinnamon or
right. The one complaint I have is it doesn't have enough of a finish for me. I think. In terms of warmth, I guess. In terms of flavor, there's definitely flavor there and it lingers, but it's missing that element.
Yeah, this does not drink like it's 112 proof. This drinks like it's below 100.
It does.
Which is kind of
drinks
surprising.
Closer to Russell's 6 year than anything else.
It actually does. Like this is.
Comparing the two, I feel like I would take the Russell 6 year over this though. Just given the fact that this is pretty similar.
Yeah.
If I want a cast strength, I don't want it to drink like a low proof. I want cast strength for a particular reason, and some of the nuances that come from that.
I will say,
proof
I do appreciate how robust the flavors are though, because like it has the flavors of 112, it just doesn't have the oomph of 112.
Right. I agree. It definitely has some flavors like the other Wild Turkey Rye stuff is missing.
Right.
But I do still a part of me still wants it backed up by that kick.
Which I can understand. I mean, I like this. I'd hesitate to say I would immediately buy a bottle of it though, especially because.
I agree. Yeah. Like, am I going to enjoy finishing off this bottle? Yeah. Am I going to replace it? No, I definitely won't.
Yeah, probably not. Especially for the price point.
If this were the same price as a regular rare breed, honestly, yes, I would.
Yeah, I'd have to agree.
But 60's a bit steep.
Because I'm trying. Well, I gotta think. Like, what other ryes are there at this price point?
Pipesville.
Pipesville's the only
single
one.
barrel. And we did enjoy that after a tasting of some really good stuff.
Yeah, we did. I do think though of each of them.
I honestly, this is going to be a hot take. That Overholt 114 PA release, flavor-wise, I liked it more than this one, personally.
I'd have to try it again because the last time I had it, I got there was so much cough syrup on the palate that like I couldn't drink it, and
Which
I don't know
is weird,
if it was just that day.
It must have been because I mean Ryan and I did not get that at all.
Yeah,
and I've recommended it to people. They come back and ask for another bottle.
Yeah.
So
unless it just doesn't resonate with my palate, or it was just a bad day, but I could see that, and I'd have to try Old Overhaul again, which I'm curious about because I found out that that's also a Jim Beam product.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it's Jim Beam rye.
So.
But like better.
Yeah. So, for what this is, I like it. I just wouldn't spend the money on it, and that's the only knock
That's
on
where
it.
I'm at too. Like, nothing I said is saying this is bad. Stuff just doesn't line up with my taste, and on top of that, nothing jumps out at me as being worth $60.
No, and
Price it with regular rare breed, and I would say not only is that a good price, I'd probably repurchase this because that would make it easily the most affordable over 100 proof rye, and knowing Wild Turkey at least, it's decently consistent.
I'd have to agree, but the one caveat I have for that is that I'd really like to try this in cocktails. Actually, the more I drink it, I think this would make for some phenomenal spirit-forward cocktails, whether it be a Manhattan or a.
I can see that. But it is like when people think of like super spicy ryes, it definitely has all the notes in one.
Yeah, this doesn't have like the cinnamon, spice, and bite several ryes do, but this is herbal as fuck. Like you would not confuse this as a bourbon at all.
Right. You could have a 49% rye bourbon, and you'd still know that this is not that.
No. Like, I have no idea how, but somehow Kentucky Rye, even at 51% rye, manages to make their ryes taste like ryes aggressively. Like, you could tell me that this was an MGP product, and aside from it lacking that dill pickle vinegary note,
Which
I
is,
could potentially believe
it's
it.
subtly there, but it's not, like, the herbal notes aren't dill forward.
No, it's not like MGP where it's like, oh, there's definitely a pickle note in here that you and I have both come to love.
Yeah. I was going to say, as you know, George Dickel is probably still my favorite rye just because at the price point, you cannot beat that, and it has that dill note that I love.
The only thing that compares
That's the way to please me with a rye. Give me the dill note, whether it's MGP or somewhere else.
The only thing I think that can compare to the Dickel rye we had was that Smooth Ambler I have, the Smooth Ambler rye cask.
I can't even count that because I excluded cask strengths from this.
Well, fair enough then, yeah. No, for like this.
Cask strengths, I think. Oh, there's a lot of good cask strength ryes though.
Well, cask strength ryes in general, yes. I'm just talking about the MGP pickle
Oh,
and MGP
pickle.
ryes, because like.
And yes, definitely that Old Scout.
Because yeah, Old Scout. I like that Old Scout better than any High West product I've had. I think it's better than any.
Although personally, the specifically Act 8 Scene 3 of the Midwinter, I love that sour apple note. But
I tried so hard to like that one, man, and it still doesn't resonate with me.
It definitely didn't with me. But again,
I'm
that
glad
sour apple note is what jumped out at me.
I don't know what. I think it was just because it was so hot. Like to me, that one was so hot.
It's weird because I wasn't getting as much heat as I think you were.
Probably not. Like that one sat with me where it was
There might
almost.
have been some kind of flavor in there that's amplifying it for you, just like how the tannins can be amplified with me.
Potentially, because I mean, whenever I tasted it, it's what, like 97 proof? It tasted like it was hotter than the 1790 proof full proof the first time we had it.
Oh yeah.
Like it was hotter than that.
And that was hot at first too, but that was almost to be expected.
So, and it didn't mellow out too much either. So like that's why I was happy enough to trade it, because like it just didn't resonate with me.
Right.
Don't know why, it just didn't.
Yeah.
But anyways, Wild Turkey Rare Breed. I enjoy this. I think the price point is a little bit high, especially given what other ryes are on the market, with Pikesville Rye being what, 45?
50.
It's 50? I like Pikesville.
I actually think it's 60.
Is it? I thought it was cheaper than that.
I want to say it's 60 because it goes on sale for 50.
Huh.
It goes on sale $10 off.
Interesting. But, I mean...
But either way, that price is it exactly with this.
Yeah. But I mean, like...
Alberta Premium is 70, and that's a significantly higher proof.
Yeah.
But again, you're talking different flavor profile.
Yeah, that one was a bit...
That was very citrusy.
Yeah. That one was like...
That tasted like the nose of this
Yeah.
was.
But I
Is
mean...
it- that's the other thing we didn't really bring up, is that there wasn't really any citrus on the palate of this. There was
Not
a
really.
bunch on
I
the
mean,
nose,
like,
but there was not much on the palate.
there might be a...
If there is, it definitely shifted as to what sort of fruit.
There's a little bit of lemon that hides itself, but like it doesn't stick out the same way it did on the nose.
Right. It's not like, again, the Alberta Premium that was citrus through and through.
Oh yeah.
But that seems to be characteristic of higher proof Canadian ryes, which I'm a fan of.
Yeah, Canadian rye too. Like they do different things to it to make it taste a little bit different, and like that's probably why. Because their stuff is not nearly as hot either.
No, it's not. But again, climate has something to do with
Yeah.
it too, because it's cold as fuck. That's why they don't really make bourbon. That's why Canadian bourbon, like, there aren't a lot of corn whiskey up in Canada, just because the climate to age it just isn't there.
Yeah.
I mean, you see how it is just in fucking PA.
Yeah.
The climate's not really here to make it. Some places find out how to do it right, or
yeah.
do it decently. Kinsey, McLaughlin.
I think Kinsey is sourced.
Is it?
I think
That might
so.
be. I don't know. It's
But-
decent, whatever it is, for 30 something bucks.
For what it is, yeah, no, it's not bad.
But anyway. Yeah, this is. Yeah, this is.
If I had to rate it on a scale out of 10,
I'd say 6.
I think 6 is a solid.
6 and a half.
Because I wouldn't reach for it frequently, but it's definitely a cut above average.
Oh, yeah. I would maybe give it 6.5 if we consider cocktails.
Which I really would like to see this as a cocktail.
We say that and then we never do that because we always drink neat.
I don't want
One night we can do cocktails.
I don't want to invest in the money in cocktails as the main concern.
Fair. It's a lot cheaper to just buy the whiskey and drink the whiskey than it is to buy the whiskey and all the mixers.
Yeah.
But
Hold on.
rare breed rye, everybody.
Rare breed rye.